Hey guys, okay, so I saw this in the store and I was like, huh. This is an eyelash primer. I can't remember what, I think it's like Estee Lauder has a version of this. It's almost like a primer for your lashes to make them thicker and be a really good base for any mascara to go on top of. I saw that L'Oreal had one and I was super intrigued. I love a full lash. I love tons of mascara. If you could just put mascara on your eyes and a gloss, you're good to go. So I was really intrigued by this, and I thought I would just show you guys what I think about this and if it's worth it and if I'm keeping it. Let me show you my demo. Anyways, first what I'm going to do is curl my lashes, and I think that's a really important thing to do. A lot of times, especially when I'm doing freelancing in general, when I'm doing any kind of bridal or you know, bridesmaids and stuff like that, bridal parties, one of the questions I have to ask, because it's a very scary thing, is do you curl your lashes, so that the girls aren't like, no, what are you doing on my eyes right now? And a lot of girls don't curl their lashes, and it's fine, but it makes a huge difference in how your eye looks and how it opens up. So let me go do that now. So first I'm going to go right at the base of my lash. I said that right. And I do a few pumps. So already it looks like nice and curled, but I'm going to go like a little bit, like a fourth of the way in, and then curl again. Just so you can have like a little bend. And then you could always go a little bit on the second to last fourth and bend it out. That's what's going to give you a curl. Otherwise you just have like bent lashes like this, which my mom hates. She used to talk to me, and my twin sister used to do that all the time, and she used to hate it, and we thought it was fine. And I get it now, but it's still fine, honestly. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the same thing in the other. So before you put any mascara or any primer, just make sure that the curl of the lash is how you like it. Because after that, especially if you're using a waterproof mascara, it's really tricky to kind of manipulate it. I personally like to just go ahead and curl after I'm wearing my mascara. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me. I know that I'm not pulling my lashes, so it's fine with me. Some people can kind of get squeamish about that, so just make sure that you're happy with the curl. So right now I'm actually pretty content with. So this was one thing that I was really curious about, because I was like, does it really work? And I'm gonna do it on one side and then one on the other, just so you guys can see the difference, because I think I've had my mind made up, but I've never actually observed it this way. So this is how all things go, right? White kind of film to it. So I'm going to do the primer on this, on the top and bottoms, and then let's see if there's a difference. So I've tried this a few times, and it does make a difference on how it looks dried. So just make sure that you're kind of observing how white it is, and then you apply the mascara on top. For the mascara on top, I'm using the same version of theirs. This is their Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. This one is in waterproof. It's just, for me, I just need waterproof. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry just a little bit. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to put one coat of mascara on this side. So without dipping again, I'm going to use this other side on the lower lashes. Okay, now I'm going to go on back with the one that has the primer on it, and let's see if there's a difference. I haven't tried it this way before, so I'm curious too. I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to try to do my best to zoom in as much as possible. Hopefully I'm in focus. But looking directly into the mirror, it makes a huge difference. Like, my lashes just look so much thicker on this side. Even the bottom lashes, which is probably, my bottom lashes are the more similar to each other than anything else, are extremely thick, and that's just one coat. So I'm going to build this one again to see if, is it just that this needs 2 coats, or do you really need this base? this point now, they start to look very similar to each other. And I think that's actually a really good indicator to let you know that you can probably just get away with using this only. But if you really want to make sure that your lashes are super crazy and big, this also says that it helps like your lashes like feel a little bit more natural. So I'm going to try again, and let me just do 2 coats of mascara on top of that base. Yeah, it's pretty much like this coat replaces the black, and that's kind of cool. And I'm sure that it'll look really good with other mascaras, but I think that it probably performs best with its like kind of twin. It's a fraternal twin, so to speak. I'm gonna do one more lash coat on this one just to see if it does look equal, and then I'll make my decision afterwards. Okay, I'm trying my best to figure out what the difference is, and there's not a huge difference. So when you're putting this as a base, it almost takes a layer of the mascara that you need to take away from it. So you can get away with one coat of this and one coat of this, and it looks like 2 coats of this regular mascara. That might be good for longevity purposes for both of them if you have 2 of them, but I guess it really doesn't matter either way. You can always, as soon as you run out of this one, you can get another one, but it's kind of nice to have a base. What I will say though is that my lashes look thicker on this side than it does on this side, and it does make a big difference in terms of how thick your actual lash looks underneath, and it adds a layer on there that I think makes a really cool effect. It almost looks like false lashes, which is kind of nice, especially if you're not a big lash wearer, or individuals are really tricky to put on, or maybe you're just not there yet, or you just can't even be bothered. And if you just love like a really good like heavy lash, I think that this is totally worth it. I'm going to keep it, and I think I'm just going to keep it in my collection for those days where I just want to kind of do all lash and a lip, kind of like today. On my lips, I'm wearing the color Rapture by Urban Decay. The Urban Decay Vice like little book, and it had all these colors. I was thinking of doing a lip swatch video. What do you guys think? Let me know if you're interested in it, because I think there's plenty of looks I could do with these, but I can also do like a lip swatch video, 1 per sleeve. So if you guys are interested in something like that, leave it in the comments. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!